Yeah, sometimes Red Delicious, they have like a very grainy kind of taste to them.
Yeah.
And the texture is a little off. But you never know until you get it, bite it open.
Yeah, you can't tell.
I'm telling you, green apple, Granny Smith apple, green apples are consistently
the same. I know.
They're good. If you have to get the dark green ones. You can't get the pale ones because they don't taste as good. But if they're green with a little red in them, ooh, those are special. I found a couple of those last time.
They're good with caramel.
Ugh,
I like
stuff gets stuck in your teeth.
It's for Halloween, man. You only eat them once a year.
Yeah.
It's not like you eat them every day. Be like, hey, get me some 6-pack of caramel apples for the week.
I was worried that stuff getting stuck in my teeth and like eating through it.
Yeah.
There's more wacky news. A little bit more. Wish we had a mini version of our theme, but forget.
We do.
We do?
I think so.
More wacky news. And yes, we're back with some more wacky news. The TMI Show. This is parental abuse, this story. It's so sad. A Texas mother is awaiting her sentence because she glued her toddler daughter to a wall and beat her.
Wait a minute. You have like industrial glue?
Yeah. A Texas mother of 5 is expected to be sentenced Tuesday after admitting to gluing her 2-year-old daughter to a wall and beating her over potty training.
That's like 15 gallons of Elmer's glue.
Well, she used super glue. No, it's an epoxy. Elizabeth Escolana, 23, was in Dallas County, Texas court Monday as witnesses, including her mother and the pediatrician who cared for the toddler, testified in the first day of her sentencing hearing while prosecutors showed pictures of the little girl's hands and bruised body and forehead. Oh, this is sad. I can't read anymore.
See, that's one of those cases where they should do that to the parent.
I think, how could you glue your child's hand to a wall? What realm of reality are you living in where that's acceptable?
Apparently not hers.
Her mom testified against her, so I hope her mom didn't raise her to epoxy people to walls if they're misbehaving. Anybody ever hear of a timeout? She named it an Elmer's out.
Yeah. They used bubble gum on her when she was younger.
Yeah, I mean,
she was smart enough to go with something stronger.
I think. Well, parents can get very stressed with the kids. I know you know.
I go through it yesterday.
You had a post on Facebook. Get out of my face. Yep. I'm not your babysitter. Stay away because I had enough of your crap.
Yep.
Right.
I was done with them yesterday.
And you didn't glue anyone to any orifice.
You
didn't glue any of your children to a wall, did you?
No, there was no gluing, no hitting. I may have yelled a few times, quite loudly.
Yelling is acceptable,
but
I believe
I didn't beat him with anything like I probably should have.
As a kid, were you reprimanded physically?
I was hit.
You were hit?
Yeah. In the 70s, you were allowed to be hit. My parents had a paddle. I told you, there was paddles all the time. New York was the paddle state.
That's the thing. You never see those paddles with the ball and the elastic cord, and you use that. Every parent takes the ball off once it breaks, and you keep it around for when
wooden spoons.
Wooden spoons. I only got spanked one memorable time where I burned the nice rug on in the den.
You setting things on fire?
Yeah, I was playing with fire. And
playing with matches?
I was playing with matches, and the newspaper went up.
How old
and then
were
it went
you?
in the. I was maybe 8 or so. Something
old
like
enough
that.
to know better.
Oh yeah, I screwed up. But I wasn't like generally a bad kid. But I got in trouble. And I was so bad. Like when my dad would yell at me, could yell at me, and I would immediately pee in my pants. It was so scary to me because he yelled so loud. I would immediately.
This frame is very loud when it gets mad. I'm sure my neighbors.
Have you made your kids pee your pants?
I didn't check.
Have you ever done that?
Peed my pants?
No.
Just now.
Just now. Ugh. I didn't ask for lemonade.
Oh, sorry.
What are you doing? No, so you don't know if you've made your kids pee.
No, I'm sure I didn't. But they tremble in fear, and then they just go on and do what they normally do and PO me again.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's tough. Like, what do you do nowadays?
You can't win.
You take away their electronics, you do this and that.
They can't win.
The last wacky story until we go to some more music. Oh, this is so stupid. A man dies in a roach eating contest. He was in a contest to win a snake. A 32-year-old man. He downed dozens of roaches and worms to win a python at a Florida reptile store. And then he collapsed and died outside minutes later. Edward Archibald was among 20 to 30 contestants 20 to 30 people willing to eat roaches
Where are we?
in Florida.
Oh.
In Florida, in a third world country. Maybe these people were just hungry and they needed the protein.
Yeah, the homeless always need a pet snake.
It was on Friday. Can you imagine this is your Friday night? What are you going to do? I'm going to go to the movies, going to take my girl to a movie with some
No.
dinner. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to try to win a snake by eating a bunch of roaches.
Oh, sweet. I'm going to come along and eat some worms.
God.
Idiots.
I mean, they're uncooked, too. It's like worm sushi.
Morons.
Ugh. Midnight Madness event. This is what took place. Oh, God.
Dear NCAA basketball, sue these people for using your Midnight Madness.
The funny thing is that the reptile company, the store, is named here, and they're probably saying to themselves, well, no bad publicity.
That's
I mean,
true.
he died, but
Yeah.
we don't... You probably had him sign a waiver.
I'm sure there's a waiver.
In case you die from eating all this stuff you shouldn't eat, don't sue us.
I've seen people eat worms.
Yeah, worms aren't as bad. It's not as many moving parts, but...
No, but I don't know about roaches.
I wonder if he chewed them or just swallowed them whole.
I wish we had a crunchy sound.
I wonder if we're going to find out... I wonder how he died, though. I mean, how would you die from roaches?
I don't know. Maybe they started eating his insides or something.
If you didn't chew them well enough?
Maybe
that is
just swallowed
a
them
nasty
whole.
thought. I hate... I lived in New York City, so I've dealt with many roaches.
No offense to South Carolina, but I've lived there too, and the palmetto bug is their state bug.
That is the scariest. One time I was in the shower and a palmetto bug crawled out of the vent.
We have them here.
Oh, God. I ran out of there. I ran out screaming with the shower curtain around me, like, ah, ah, ah. Do you have a screaming sound of it? Like, palmetto bug in the shower and I'm naked. You know, bugs are much worse when you're naked than when you're in clothes because more of your skin is exposed.
No
and
way, man.
the
That's why
thought
I
of
turned into Tarzan.
I
kill you.
The thought of a bug crawling on your naked body is much worse than just clothes.
The
Ugh.
worst is when you're sleeping and you feel it and you're like, "Man, you just kind of scratch and all of a sudden it's like, oh, what the
that
hell
happened
is that?"
to me. One
You
time
throw
I slept over my grandparents' apartment in Queens, and it was like a little side room there, and there was roaches, a lot of roaches. So I remember squishing one on the floor, and like 10 minutes later I looked down, and there were other roaches eating the
Eating it.
roach I just
Yeah.
killed, and I was like, "Get me out of here!" It was
Thanks, Grandma.
I'll never forget. Oh yeah. When I actually moved into my grandparents' apartment later after they had moved out. And I took one of this ugly clock was hanging on the wall for years and years and years. I always remembered it. And I took the clock off the wall. Roaches poured out of the clock. They were just, and I was like, I threw it in the sink. I'm like, no, roaches in this clock. They were living in this clock. I couldn't believe it. This
Maybe
thing
your
must have been up there
grandparents-
40 years.
Maybe your grandparents kept them as pets.
Yeah. I remember one time I was following my grandmother out of the kitchen, and she's like, she's hitting the wall, She's like, was it a roach? Like, I thought it was a roach. It was a hole in the wall. She just had bad eyes. It was like
Yeah,
smacking it.
She's old. What are you going to do?
Anyway, let's play some more music, and we're going to come back with The List. The List is specifically designed to go with our TMI question of the day. So, I wonder what it is. We'll be right back in a minute or two, or maybe three.